Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and welcome to another month of subscription box unboxings and reviews. We've got another 5 to go through this month. For anyone who doesn't know what these are, basically you pay your money, they send you boxes of a lot of geeky gamer type stuff. And what I do every month is unbox them, review them, and let you guys know which ones are the best. All of the scores are always at the end of these videos, but if you want to find out anything more about any of these boxes, all the links are in the description, so feel free to look there. But we'll get straight into it and start unboxing and seeing what we got this month. So we'll start with Loot Crate, pretty big box from Loot Crate this month. Let's see what's in here. This is usually the most common one that people know about. The theme for July's Loot Crate box is Futuristic, so that's right up my alley. We'll have a look at the t-shirt first of all. So we've got quite a cool design there from this Rick and Morty styled t-shirt. Pretty cool and nice. Loot Crate always seem to do nice t-shirts in terms of the fabric as well. But yeah, as I always mention, t-shirts are always good in these boxes. So we got a Mega Man blind box type thing. And we got this dude. There was a 1 in 20 chance of getting this guy, so a little bit rarer than some of them that had 2 out of 20 chance. But yeah, I mean, I always like these things where you can get different things. Everybody, everyone's going to get a Loot Crate box, but it's not always going to be the same figure in this, so that's always good. And it's a quality little figure. So next up, what's this? Future Armor. This looks really cool. So this is a Loot Crate exclusive, made by Quantum Mechanics, which have made a few things for Loot Crate in the past. The ship from Future Armor. It's a model of that. Let's open it and see what it's like. But this is so cool. So there's the ship. It's really, obviously the Future Armor ship, a really cool design. This is really well made as well. The detailing on it is very nice. It's made with it's plasticky, but it's good quality. Got the stand there, the base, and the actual stand that goes on it is magnetic, I believe, as well. So that's really cool. And that's the sort of thing that I think these subscription boxes are best at doing. Something a little bit special. There was no other way to get this. This isn't available for sale or anything. The only way to get that is part of the Loot Crate box. And it's an exclusive, so really high quality item. Well impressed with that. I really like that. So next up we got Star Trek The Next Generation Loot Crate exclusive, and I have no idea what's in this. I do like Star Trek. This has been a really good box for me. Futuristic. I like that science fiction type stuff. Mass Effect games and Star Wars, Star Trek. Anything like that. So this has been a really good box for me. But we'll see what's in here. Hopefully this is showing on the camera, but basically this is a replica plaque, a decal plaque of that you get on the Enterprise, from the Next Generation. It's got USS Enterprise across it, and then it's basically the plaque that's on the bridge, a replica of that. It's a decal, so like a sticker, but it's also domed as well, so it's got a bit of depth to it. That's really cool. I like that. I really do like that. That is unique again from Loot Crate. Very, very good. I'm going to have a little nerd moment now, but that's the plaque that Captain Picard runs his finger over and checks for dust, which was ad-libbed at one point in one of the episodes. But yeah, that's really cool. Continuing the Star Trek theme, obviously because the movie's come out, that is the loot pin for this month, and that is really cool. Again, I'm a big fan of that. That is probably the best pin that we've ever had, and it's Star Trek Online branded, because these loot pins give you something extra that you can sort of downloadable content and stuff like that. Sometimes it's like a free comic online, but this month it is a $50 value pack for Star Trek Online. Starfleet Admiral's Commission Pack includes ships, weapons, boosts, and general stuff like that. So that's pretty cool, especially if you play the game. But even if you don't, obviously that's why they've put it in, because they want you to play it. But yeah, that's good stuff. And finally, we have a exclusive Loot Crate exclusive comic book, 4001 AD. I don't really know much about this. This is lost on me a little bit. Maybe you guys will know the reference to this, but a Loot Crate exclusive, usually that means that the cover is an exclusive cover variant. But yeah, comic book. So well impressed with Loot Crate this time. The box, because because I always forget to do this. I'll just show the design. That's what the design of the box looks like. So yeah, I mean, I like this one. This one spoke to me. The last few loot crates haven't really, in terms of what I like, but this one definitely did, with all the futuristic, science fiction-y stuff, Star Trek, Futurama. Yeah, I like this one. But obviously we'll see all the scores, because I do try to put an objective view on each of the items, so we'll see all the scores at the end of the video. So next up we've got Geek Fuel. Geek Fuel do not do a theme each month. They just send you a load of stuff that's relevant, I guess, but they don't restrict themselves to a set theme. So we'll find out what they've got in this one. So this looks interesting. I guess we'll go for this. We got Boo Buster's Button, a Geek Fuel exclusive badge. A cross between, obviously, Super Mario, Boo, and the Ghostbusters. That's a pretty cool tie-in. I like that. So next up, Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2 Geek Fuel exclusive. It seems to be a wall graphic, as according to what it says on the back. I wonder if you could get different things on this. I got this guy. Whether they give you different options in different boxes, possibly. I'll find that out and let you know. But yeah, wall graphic, so you can stick this on your wall. It's something that we've never had before from one of these boxes, so pretty cool. Next up, we got a pack of cards, alien cards. So pretty simple, pretty standard. A pack of playing cards with alien design on it from obviously the movie. So yeah, pretty cool there. And then what's this? Okay, well, there's something underneath this. So this looks really interesting. It's just basically this box. It's got Geek Fuel branding on it. It's the T-shirt is in here. That's a nice touch. I think it's only Geek Fuel really that does stuff like that. I remember the Deadpool T-shirt they wrapped up in a burrito wrapper. So yeah, that's cool. That's a nice touch. And we'll see what the T-shirt is. And obviously it was Ghostbusters. Yeah, I should have recognised that packaging. Pretty cool. I like the fact that the packaging is part of the T-shirt as well, and it all ties in. So just something a little bit extra that makes it, really a fun experience to open it, I guess, rather than just having a T-shirt put in there. Next up, we got Badland Game of the Year, downloadable game and air freshener. So it is an air freshener, and that would normally be a pretty bad thing that we get air fresheners. But it's also got a Steam key on the back, because Geek Fuel, every month they always give you a free game for Steam, and that is what this is linked in. And then last up we have okay, we got a TARDIS shower curtain. That's hilarious. I never expected I would be given a shower curtain in one of these subscription boxes. So yeah, it's a shower curtain. Obviously it folds out as the TARDIS. It's pretty, hefty, pretty weighty as well. It's good. It seems like it's good material. It's a proper shower curtain. That's pretty cool. You got to give them that. That is pretty. That's a fun, novel item that you're not exactly going to get in these boxes under normal circumstances. So yeah, as I thought, you could have got different designs for the Plants vs Zombies wall decal, which gives it an extra point when you can get something a little bit different. So yeah, pretty good from Geek Fuel once again. Always pretty decent. Next up we got Super Geek Box. This was a new edition last month. We'll see if they can continue their good form that they had from last month. The theme for Super Geek Box this month is Sidekick, and that is said straight away with one of these pop vinyls, Guardians of the Galaxy Dancing Groot. So that's a pretty cool pop vinyl figure to get in one of these, obviously related to the theme of Sidekick. And it's always good to get something like that, one of these. That's, yeah, really cool, really nice. And it's a bobblehead as well. So it does dance, I guess. Like that. I'll have a look at the T-shirt. So there's the T-shirt. This is a pretty cool design. Obviously a mashup between R2-D2 and BB-8 from Star Wars. R8-D8. That's, yeah, interesting design. Like it. Again, the T-shirts are always good things to get from these boxes. What's next? Sidekick. this looks cool. I like this. So again, fitting into the Sidekick theme, we've got Red and Pikachu. This is the old 8-bit style from Pokemon Yellow, really. I think that would best suit that. But dog tags. This is a Super Geek box exclusive dog tag necklace. They are sort of somewhat metallic, quite thin, but I really like those. Those are really cool. From someone who, you know, played the old Pokemon games, and Pokemon Yellow was probably one of my favorites. They're really cool. I like those a lot. Next up, we got this, which from what I can read is a heat on transfer for a t-shirt. So obviously this is meant to be the pocket. And then you got this little character inside the pocket, and you can put that on a t-shirt, and the design goes on the t-shirt. So again, something a little bit interesting that we never really had before. Next up, we got this, I think, Adventure Time can cooler. We've had one of these in in a previous box before. Not obviously this design, but this sort of thing. Another exclusive from Super Geek Box. Couldn't get that anywhere else, it seems, but yeah, not too bad. So that is the pin for this month, Super Geek Box. You can actually get different colours for this. So they all have the same design of like a little mini Yoshi on there, but they all have different colours. So you could have got blue, green, or yellow, as well as the red one. So again, that's a little extra, which is good. I like that. And then finally, we got this 16-bit pop art decal. It's basically a sticker. Again, cool design with the different colours. Those resemble the different colours of the pin that you could have got as well. Yeah, pretty cool. Some cool novel items. I think the majority of the value in this box is obviously in the pop vinyl and the t-shirt, which is generally how these boxes normally go. You know, you get a lot of value from 2 or 3 things, and then small items beyond that. They're just sort of little novel items, but certainly the dog tags resonated with me a lot. So next up, we got 1UP Box. The theme for this month is Squad. So where Super Geek Box was Sidekick, 1UP Box is Squad, and I wonder if they're made by the same people, because yeah, I mean, as soon as I opened this, it looks exactly the same as how the Super Geek Box was in terms of the way that it was laid out and the actual items that are in it. We've got a t-shirt that's rolled up on the right hand side, and a pop vinyl on the left-hand side straight away. This is Arkham Knight. It's, again, a pretty cool figure. So, yeah, obviously the theme is Squad. And we got 2 pop vinyls in 2 separate boxes. Something smells really good in this box. Let me have a look at the t-shirt next. Very interesting t-shirt there. Obviously, it's kind of playing on the... It's a cross between sort of Super Mario and sort of Suicide Squad themed, and yeah, very interesting design on that one. And it looks like we got dog tags, so further going on to the idea that we're getting similar stuff from Super Geek Box and 1UP Box. We got a dog tag. That is the design. I believe it's Ghostbusters themed. Is that from the cartoon? I'm not sure. You can let me know in the comments if you recognise that, but that's a bit higher quality of a dog tag than the other one from the previous box. But yeah, another dog tag. And it looks like we've got an air freshener. This is what must have been what smelled so good. So there's the air freshener. It does actually smell quite nice. Yeah, it smells like sweets, candy. Ultimately, it is just an air freshener. Again, like with the Super Geek Box, the 1UP Box's value was in the pop vinyl and the t-shirt. And then we just get some extra stuff. We got the pin. That is the pin for this month for the 1UP Box. As usual, the pins are all the same for the majority of them. It was just a special thing that Super Geek Box did where they had a different style of pin. But the pop vinyl, I've just read that could have been 4 different figures. So an extra point there for that as well, which is pretty cool. Could have got Scarecrow, Harley Quinn, Joker, or Arkham Knight like I got. So yeah, good that we could have got different figures, and not all of these boxes would have been the same for everybody who got them. And the final item is a poster. So obviously a Guardians of the Galaxy tie-in there. That is a cute poster, a cute design on that. Pretty small, and it's folded. Unfortunately, it's better when the posters are rolled. But yeah, pretty cool. And like I said, the value was probably in the pop vinyl and the t-shirt. But ultimately, I think that was a better showing from 1UP Box than what we've had in the past. But again, the scores at the end will determine all of that. But we'll move on to our last box now, which is ZBOX. This is the biggest box of the lot. Geek Fuel and Loot Crate were quite big, but this one, once again, is the biggest. So we'll see what's in here. The theme for ZBOX in July this month is Legends. So we'll look at the t-shirt first. So clearly a Legend of Zelda inspired t-shirt. Again, cool design. The t-shirts from these boxes are generally pretty cool designs if you like geek and gamer type culture, really. You'll always get something good from the t-shirts. We've got a book next. ZBOX sometimes do this, or quite often do this. They'll give a book or a comic book or something like that. Green Arrow Vengeance. Well, Arrow Vengeance technically it's called, but yeah, proper book. Pretty cool. Right, there's 3 more items. I can see what they all are, and they're all, I mean, 2 of them are pretty major. We'll look at the smallest of the 3 first of all. So this is a figure of the Flash, and this is a pretty high quality item, to be honest, because the paintwork is all very good. It's quite heavy, it's quite weighty. Yeah, I'm quite impressed by that. Even obviously it is just a figure, a little figure, but it's a quite high quality figure. Next up, because I can't get the last thing out without getting this out, this looks really cool. Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition Shield Mug. That's pretty impressive to get in one of these boxes. That is quite large, let's say. Yeah, really cool. Official Nintendo certified product, obviously. Good quality item, that. ZBOX doing a good job there. And the final item, which is even bigger still, is this. So it's a Mario Kart pullback racer. It's basically a toy linked in with Mario Kart. You pull it back and it shoots off at speed. That you can get different variations of this. I obviously got Yoshi, but it seems like in the information it says that you should have had Mario. It seems like the book that gives you all the information about the stuff, it seems to think that everybody got Super Mario. Maybe that's just an error for whoever wrote the book, and everybody got a different one. But ultimately I got Yoshi. It would be good if there were different variations in every box. Again, it's good when there's not all boxes are the same. But yeah, pretty cool. Some really cool items from ZBOX this month. Some sort of big items. I can see why the box was so huge this time. So now what we'll do, as always, is give each item in all of the boxes a score. That will give us an overall total score for each box, and we'll see which box came out on top for July. Some really good stuff, but we'll see what the scores say, because I do try to take as an objective a view on the items as possible. So we had a great month this month from Loot Crate. First of all, I will point out that the Mega Man figure didn't have any variety. Everybody got the exact same one, but it wasn't exclusive, so that was a good thing. And generally, the vast majority of things in these Loot Crate boxes are more likely to be exclusives, more so than the other boxes. I did give the box and the magazine an extra point because there were quite a few fun features in the magazine, and the box folded out to look like a proper hanger, which was good, and a little bit extra than what it normally, folds out to just be a box with a bit of design on it. So worthy of an extra point. And obviously the Futurama model, that was definitely worthy of a score of 9. Overall, a score of 44 for Loot Crate, which is one of the highest that we've seen from Loot Crate for quite a while, and they did a really good job this month. Now when we move on to Geek Fuel, there were quite a few, there were more things this month from Geek Fuel that sort of got average numbers of points, like the badge and the playing cards, for example. But I did give the t-shirt an extra point because of the way that it was presented in the trap box. Little things like that, they do add to the experience of opening these things. And in general, it was worthy of an extra point for just being a bit more higher quality. But yeah, I mean, again, a very good box from Geek Fuel. They always do that. They always, give you something that's worthy of your money, you could say. But it wasn't quite reaching the heady heights that Geek Fuel have had in previous months. Now we move on to Super Geek Box, and they didn't quite do as well as last month in terms of the things that were in here. There were a few more items that were, I would say, more novel things, like the sticker and the iron-on transfer, things like that. And the sort of things that you're not going to get a huge amount of points for in my scoring system. But ultimately, there were fun items, and the t-shirt was a good t-shirt, and there was a bit of variety with the t-shirt because the female version of the t-shirt was slightly different as well. But ultimately the score that it got was 35, which is definitely worthy of, you know, the money. I always say anything that's over 30 would be worthy of, you know, paying your money, and you get a good value from the box. Now we move on to one-up box, and I will point out that the pop vinyl for this I gave an extra point because there was that variety there. As it says in the bottom right, I do give extra points for you know, being particularly high quality, having some variety, so not everybody gets the same, and it being exclusive, so it got an extra point for that. Ultimately, similar to Super Geek Box, the value was in the vinyl, the pop vinyl, and the t-shirt. There wasn't a lot else beyond that, and the rest of the things were just novel items. But you know, 31 total score of 31, not too bad. You know, you still get the value for your money. Now we move on finally to ZBOX. The Mario Kart toy and the book, they were, you know, great things that you don't really expect to get in these boxes. ZBOX always tend to do something a little bit different like that. The mug was really high quality. The Flash figure, I will point out that you could have got either Flash or Robin, so there was a little bit of variety there as well. So not everybody got the same. And yeah, ultimately it had a good month again, ZBOX, and got a score of 39, equaling what Geek Fuel got. And those scores are very, very high. Those are very, very good. So as we round up the scoring at the end of the video here, you can see that Loot Crate is back on top. It's been quite a while that we've seen Loot Crate on the top there. But yeah, they had a really great month, and all of the boxes gave some great items. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know which boxes you would have preferred to have in the comments down below. Which one spoke out to you more? Again, all the information for all of these is in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.